how did a simple birthday message from the NBA explode into the most brutal takedown of a legend we've ever seen? When the league's official account wished Karl Malone a happy birthday, they expected cheers. What they got was an all-out war in the comments. But this story isn't about keyboard critics. It's about a modern superstar and a veteran player who just learned the truth. And what they did next has Karl Malone's legacy being shipped back for good. The real detonation came from a place no one expected. Victor Wembanyama, the San Antonio Spurs rookie, a 7'4" phenom from France, wasn't even born when Karl Malone's most controversial chapters were written. Yet he just delivered the loudest statement of all. He didn't write a long essay. He didn't give a press conference. He simply reposted a fan video of creator Lil Rodney's son losing his mind over the tribute. The clip featured someone shouting, "Police, lock his ass up." Wembanyama added 0 words, no caption, no emoji. His silent repost screamed one thing, co-signing the idea that Karl Malone belongs in handcuffs, not getting birthday wishes. The internet erupted. Spurs fans quickly connected old, painful dots, pointing out Malone's infamous elbows once targeted their own legend, David Robinson. Was Wembanyama aware of that specific history, or just reacting to the darker stories? The timing felt like karmic justice to San Antonio. But what is this decades-old scandal that a French rookie knows, but some American veterans don't? We have to go back to 1983. Karl Malone, then a 20-year-old sophomore at Louisiana Tech, fathered a child with a 13-year-old girl, Gloria Bell. Under Louisiana law, this was statutory rape, a felony carrying up to a decade in prison. Criminal charges were never filed. Bell's family reportedly chose not to press them, hoping Malone would support the child if his basketball career flourished. That child, Demetress Bell, grew up to be an NFL lineman, but his relationship with his biological father was non-existent for years. When they finally met, Malone allegedly told him it was too late for a father-son bond. Demetress later described the situation as if his mother went to the sperm bank. A devastating summary of abandonment. Malone's public stance? Near total silence, marked by dismissiveness. In 2023, when faced with renewed scrutiny, he stated, "I'm not discussing any of that backlash. I don't care. That's my life. That's my personal life." This attitude has only poured gasoline on the burning question, should his on-court accolades erase his off-court actions? But if you think Wembanyama's silent rebuke was shocking, wait until you hear an NBA veteran's live, unfiltered reaction upon learning the truth for the very first time. Enter Patrick Beverly. On his Pat Bev podcast, during a hypothetical all-time NBA draft, Beverly selected Karl Malone. He praised Malone's stats: 2-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 3rd all-time in scoring. Then co-host Adam Ferrone posed the crucial question, should off-court issues affect rankings? Beverly admitted he knew little about Malone's personal life. What happened next was pure, uncut reality. Ferrone revealed the core fact: Malone impregnated a 13-year-old at age 20. Beverly's response was instant and visceral. Timeout. You need a timeout? A 30-second? No, I need a full timeout. His jaw dropped. He fell silent, a rarity for Pat Bev. When Ferrone confirmed the ages, Beverly was stunned. That doesn't seem cool to me. The clip went super viral. Fans praised his genuine horror, calling it his most relatable moment. Even fellow player Lou Williams tweeted the clip with, "Yay, buddy." Beverly retweeted it, adding, "I did not know this, bro. I must live under a rock." The most shocking part? A 21-year-old from France knew. A 37-year-old NBA vet didn't. The irony is breathtaking. Victor Wembanyama, new to the country and the league, was aware. Patrick Beverly, a 12-year NBA veteran embedded in the culture, was completely blindsided. This exposes the protective bubble the league has built around certain legends, sweeping inconvenient truths under the glossy carpet of highlight reels. Beverly's shock forced millions to confront an ugly reality that's been hidden in plain sight for decades. But Malone's controversies aren't confined to the distant past. There's another explosive incident involving someone who wasn't about to let inappropriate behavior slide. Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa. The year was 2004. The Lakers had assembled a super team with Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Gary Payton, and Karl Malone. Off the court, Malone and Kobe grew close, their families socializing. Malone was a mentor figure. That's why what happened next was such a profound betrayal. During a Lakers game, while injured and dressed in a cowboy hat, Malone reportedly approached Vanessa Bryant. Accounts from Kobe's then agent, Rob Pelinka, detail a series of deeply uncomfortable interactions. Malone allegedly invited her for a big hug for magazine covers, asked if she liked him, and pressed her to keep a secret. When Vanessa reminded him she was married and he was old enough to be her father, he reportedly replied, "Oh, like your daddy." The worst was yet to come. As Vanessa returned Malone's son to him after the game, she asked about his cowboy outfit. "Hey cowboy, what are you hunting?" Malone's alleged response referencing her heritage: "I'm hunting for little Mexican girls." Vanessa left immediately and told Kobe everything in the car. Kobe Bryant, famed for his ferocious intensity, called Malone right then. The confrontation was furious. "Stay away from my wife. What's wrong with you?" In a later interview, Kobe called the situation a deep personal betrayal, stating a mended relationship was impossible. Malone, through his agent, denied making a pass and called the hunting comment a harmless joke, dismissing the drama as a Hollywood soap opera. The friendship was obliterated, yet Malone's reputation for crossing lines wasn't just off the court. On it, he was known as one of the dirtiest players of his era, and one Hall of Famer had the courage to say it to his face. Dominique Wilkins, the Atlanta Hawks legend, confronted Malone directly after a game. He didn't mince words. "You're a cheap shot artist. You're not a man, not a true power forward. You always go out there to hurt somebody smaller than you." Wilkins contrasted Malone with clean physical players like Buck Williams, declaring, "I've got no respect for him." The evidence backs Wilkins up. Malone's elbows were weapons. He split Isaiah Thomas's forehead open, knocked David Robinson unconscious, and bloodied Steve Nash. Hakeem Olajuwon called Malone and John Stockton pretenders who played dirty behind a clean facade. Retrospectively, Malone is consistently ranked among the league's dirtiest players ever. This pattern even drew the ire of a team owner. Then Houston Rockets owner Leslie Alexander publicly demanded the league suspend Malone after a particularly brutal foul, calling his style dangerous and deliberate. So where does this leave the legacy of Karl Malone? We have a player with a statistically flawless career now being reevaluated through a modern lens. A lens held up by Victor Wembanyama's silent protest and Patrick Beverly's stunned silence. A lens that doesn't separate the athlete from the man. The new generation is watching, and they are refusing to let history be whitewashed by trophies and scoring titles. The message is clear. Some legacies aren't just tarnished. They deserve to be returned to sender. If this deep dive into the unraveling of an NBA icon made you think, hit the like button. It truly helps the channel. For more unfiltered sports stories, make sure you're subscribed. Let us know in the comments below, can a player's off-court actions ever fully invalidate their on-court greatness?